Hey, what's up everyone? Marco here, back again with another video. I just want to give you a short update on the Zeekr 001. So basically I've done my first service at the Zeekr dealer a couple days ago, and that is supposed to be done either on the 20,000 kilometers mark or the 1 year mark. So the 20,000 kilometers mark came first, and I've been driving the car since the beginning of June of this year. So I've done the 20,000 kilometers within 6 months. So if you remember and actually the reason why is I've done some like long distance trips. The first one was actually going down from Shenzhen to Shanghai back and forth, and also I did some driving around there. So that adds up to around 3,500 kilometers. And then I did also two trips back and forth. I think it's about 900 kilometers, so that sums up to around, let's say, 5,500 to 6,000 kilometers. That's why actually, I did that pretty quick. So to give you an update on the status of the car after driving the car for 6 months and 20,000 kilometers, actually I went to the dealer to do the first. So basically the first service is actually the cheapest one, so it costs around 570 RMB, and actually I didn't have to pay anything because that was included in my insurance it was waived by my insurance the first time when I bought the insurance, so they would pay for the first service. Basically what they did is they checked all the car. I always put some pictures here just so you guys have so they checked the whole car, underneath the car, and then they did a health check for the battery, and the health check for the battery came out to 99.7. So during this 20,000 kilometers or 6 months, the car lost 0.3% of its capacity, which is actually very decent. I mean, that's not bad at all. But remember, I've been charging this car most of the time on a supercharger, so I never put my car on a regular charger like a 7 kilowatt charger. So it's always at least 60 kilowatts above. So mostly if I'm in a hurry to charge, usually I go to a Zeekr charger where I can hit like these maximum charging speeds at 300. But most of the time it's done around 60 to 120. So that's the average speed that I charge with. And also keep in mind that when I'm located here in southern China, the weather is not too cold. So even right now at December, the temperatures at night are still around 20, at night around 19-18 degrees Celsius. So it's not too cold here, but the temperatures in summer actually are pretty high. So talking about the car, so the state of health of the battery is very decent. So lost around 0.3% in the first 6 months. So if you calculate that, maybe within a year you will lose maybe 0.5% of the battery capacity. And then the second service will be done at 40,000 mark or a year. So that's the same thing, but probably I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna reach the 40,000 mark. So the 40,000 mark service will be more expensive, and then one after that will be at 60, which will be the most expensive, because basically on the first one they don't change anything. The only thing that they changed on the car was the cabin air filter, and then they did all the checkups on the tires. Actually the tires are there's still a lot of rubber on the tires, so no problem there. They checked the brakes, brake fluid, as well as brake discs, suspension, all underneath the car. And like you saw in the pictures, I just have a little bit of scratch on the front of the front bumper, actually at the lip at the bottom. So I probably hit something, because most of the time when you drive on eco mode, so the car goes to the lowest point. If you put it on sport mode or eco mode, it drops down to the minimum, so it minimizes drag, so to be more efficient. Uh, what else? In terms of the car driving, the feeling of the car, it still feels like as brand new. No rattling, no noise. The car is just very quiet, and it's just as brand new. I mean, even when every time you get inside the car, it just smells like it's still a brand new car. Uh, I'll just show you around. So, as you can see here, that's 20,304 kilometers of. So, what am I right now at this? And also, what I want to show you guys is the new. So, the Zeekr actually released this OS 6.2 a few days ago, and I think it improved on. I will have to test that, but I think they add a lot of improvement. I think one of the things that they add actually is the regen. So here we have the regen. So before we did not have this the option where you can deactivate turn off regen, but now they add it here so you can turn it off if you don't want it. And I think it improves the car consumption, especially when you're driving on the highway. The other things that they add on this one is probably they perfect. Actually, they add the autonomous driving. So for the people that don't know, so Zeekr Pilot runs only on highway, so it doesn't work in downtown like city center. So it's only on highway, but it does really pretty good job. So overtakes cars, and it drives really smoothly right now, way better than before. So they improved on the autonomous driving. I think they will release the autonomous driving for city center maybe in January. That's what I heard. The other thing is the Zeekr AI. So this is your AI assistant. It's called Eva. So, and they add a lot of functions here. So um, I did not go through all the things, but I think they also improved the charging in terms. Right now, I'm charging actually the battery, and yeah. So, and still the system is running like really quick, smooth, no problem at all. Also, on the other thing they improved on the latest operation system OS 6.2 is the navigation, as you can see here. The map is really more detailed, and you have a lot of things. Uh, like I said, in terms of autonomous driving on a highway, but also you have, as you can see here, it's more detailed, so it's more precise. As you can see, it shows all the chargers. Used to show chargers before, but not as many as it shows right now. So the updating, and also the other thing is right now you can see your elevation. So I'll just show you right here. So here you have the weather, and here we have actually the elevation. So we are at 73 meters above sea level, which is very handful. Another question that I got asked a lot from people and friends is, why did I choose to go for, let's say, Zeekr or local brand rather than going, let's say, for Tesla Model Y, which is in the same price range as the Zeekr 001? Uh, and my answer is very simple: is because of the benefits that you get from choosing a local brand, or let's say Zeekr, the one that I choose. And I will just name few just for reference, and that for example, the warranty that you get on the electric motors and the battery is lifetime for the first owner, of course. And if you sell the car, that benefit would not go to the second owner. This is only for the first owner, so they're pushing more people to buy brand new cars. And talking about battery and the motors, this is the most important thing on the car, the most expensive parts of the car. So this is one of the reasons. The second reason is the amount of comfort, options, features that you got on the car. You will not be able to get them on the Tesla, even if you pay extra money. To name one of them is the heads-up display. You get a huge one. It's standard, and on the Tesla you cannot even get it. You don't have even instrument cluster in front of behind your steering wheel, so you always have to look at the center console. So at the center screen, you get a lot of things that, let's say, soft closing doors, massage seats, heated ventilated DCs. These all all these features are standard. This is not, you don't pay extra for anything. And also, to name another thing that I think is very important, is you get 5G and satellite connection, and it's free of charge, lifetime. You don't have to pay any subscription, you don't have to pay anything extra to get, to use internet on your car. And you also have, hotspots, so everyone on the car can connect through the internet, and it's very fast. And just to name few, so I just named few reason why did I choose. So the benefit that you get from choosing a local brand, are just overweighting the fact that Tesla is very efficient. And basically this car comes with a large battery pack. So, and if I can drive for 450 500 kilometers, that's enough for me. All right, so yeah, so I'm very happy with the car. Still drives really good, and I'm not complaining at all. Just show you the car outside. So right here, I'm just at the charging station here. As you can see, still looks brand new as it was when I first bought the car. And there's no scratch on the car except from the thing that is underneath the here underneath the front of the front bumper. Other than that, the car still looks brand new, as you can see. Yeah, I'm really happy with the car, and the way it drives. I was a bit worried about quality, especially when it comes to noise, cabin noise, rattling and everything. But so far so good. So I haven't had any issue with that, and hopefully it will stay the same for the coming years. All right, that was all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one.